Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. So, last video we picked up this excellent brawler and close assault mech, and so I've decided the best thing to do with it is probably just to jam it full of LRM-20 pods. I know this is a little bit boring, there are a lot of cool things that we could do with this mech, and I've already basically run the LRM bot, although I will note that this one's a little bit more effective than the other ones have been because, first of all, I was able to maintain a reasonable amount of armor, which means we won't have to be afraid to expose it to stuff. And secondly, this is really a lot of missiles per volley. I don't think that this is how we should leave the Orion forever. In particular, I think the Orion is maybe a strong contender for an alternate AC-20 carrier, and we probably will want one AC-20 in each of our lances for the final mission. But for now, because this thing's job is to replace the Awesome in our lineup, for now I want it to be a long-range weapon, and I think this is the best version of that. I played around with putting a PPC in here, but we're actually generating a fair amount of heat per volley. 20s generate 18 heat and 10s generate 12, so this is 42 heat altogether. With the heat sinks, it almost will sink all of that every shot, and then I only gave it one jump jet because I don't really care about maneuverability too much, but if you have 0 jump jets, you can only actually traverse paths where you can walk the whole way. With one jump jet, at least we can do hops, you know? I think this is what we're going to do. Also, there's a huge amount of crap in the mech bay here, so we're going to have to pull this work order to the top. I stripped most of the plus weapons out of the mechs that we don't use all the time. So let's just go ahead and... I replaced them with the things that, you know... I replaced them with the same kinds of things, just without pluses, so all of those mechs should be still sort of available to us if we want to use them. Not that I think we would. But let's make sure we're prioritizing this work sensibly. Alright, Yang's got a lot of stuff to do. Let's go find ourselves a new place to get some work. Right? We don't have any cool contracts left here? Nothing I actually want to do? Yeah, I'm not interested in a 2.5 skull for 300,000 C-bills. So, oh, we should probably check the hiring hall before we leave, because it turns out we got a hole in the roster now. How'd that happen? None of these pilots are particularly special. Riddler here does have a couple of skills already, at least. Evasive movement and bulwark, which is, you know, kind of an odd combination. But it turns out you can be a good pilot even with that weird combination. But I think we can probably try to pick up a new crew member somewhere else. We might get lucky, find another purple symbol one. So let's look around for more Star League. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to like where the former Star League presence worlds are, because there were a couple of them just sort of like in the middle of a bunch of stuff, right? But then the worlds around them didn't have any Star League presence, so I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to like click through here and really have a look at these. Okay, former Star League presence on Jamestown, 3 skull challenge. It's a manufacturing world. Reliable sources for mech parts and components. 20 days, 60k. Sure, we can do that.
Now, Commander.
Let's go have a look. So yeah, I think our Lance is better off running the Orion in the place where the Awesome used to be. In fact, I should definitely have moved the Awesome down the work order list. Whatever, it's fine. We got plenty of time. We'll just keep it at 0 for now. But we could still use the Awesome, right? Like, it's not a terrible mech. It's really tough. The PPCs give us a lot of knockdown ability. I should probably actually press this button, huh? But it sure would be cool if we could replace it entirely, because I do think that as far as mechs that big go, it's kind of unimpressive. I probably don't need to keep repeating that every episode. I'm gonna hurt its feelings, but you know what? It's true. And then after we get this machine shop upgrade for the Argo, I think we're done with Argo upgrades, right? I think we're okay. So I guess that timed out pretty well as far as the end of the plot goes. I wonder how many people are like, how many people feel like they're ready to go the moment they get the multi-drop mission. Because I feel like we've been trying to put together better mechs for a while, and, you know, largely unsuccessfully.
Online, Commander.
But to be fair, we've gotten kind of weird luck where like we have a little bit of salvage for a lot of different good mechs. So it's entirely possible that you could have gotten just a little bit luckier than we did. And instead of getting, you know, 2 pieces of a Zeus and 1 piece of an Orion and 2 pieces of a Battlemaster, just get 3 pieces of 2 different mechs. Alright, let's see what we got here at Jamestown. Why does it always start me at the bottom of the list? We could straight up buy a Locust, which I would never do, for an amount of money that is completely insane to pay for that thing. There's 3 pieces of commando salvage. We could put together our own commando for less than half of this. What on earth is going on here? Man, there's not even, like, really good gear available. Wow, this was a bust. Any good contracts? We might have to pay the iron price for our gear. Been working out so far. Sort of. I should check the hiring hall, too. Oh, this might be pushing it. 4.5 skulls. But something like this... A 3 skull for 754. Yeah, there's missions here we could do. Let's try this weakest link. Before we do that, though, let's hit the hiring hall in case there's a new pilot that we want to pick up who could use just a little bit of an XP push.
Waiting for orders.
So 3533. It's possible that we got lucky with those two purple pilots, the fancy ones. But I think I'm not going to hire on anybody who's as underdeveloped as all of the candidates are here. Yeah, alright, let's just go get into some trouble. We can salvage something useful. Let's start with the easier mission, as always, so that we're more likely to be able to go straight into the good one. A member of the Taurian chain of command in Jamestown has been troubling us. We need the irksome operative eliminated. Davion intelligence operatives have located his position planetside. Seems to be a low-level officer in the overall Taurian scheme of things, just a link in the chain. Okay, well, I mean, that makes it sound a lot easier than this difficulty rating leads me to believe that it will be, so something tells me we're not getting the whole scoop here. I'm not going to push for reputation, and I think we're fine here. 2 pieces of salvage should do. We're not getting the whole scoop, which means there could be an ambush or something, which means we might, we might legitimately see some excellent mechs. Let's pull the awesome and swap in our new buddy, the Orion, the Oni 5. And who's driving? Who still needs upgrades? We need to pick up TAC 7. Is 7 where it is? I don't know. People who have low tactics need XP. You, Sumo, get in here. Also, the Orion has 2 base initiative, which is cool. I think I still would like to pick up another pilot who has Master Tactician. So maybe we'll look for that. Yeah, I feel comfortable with this drop. Let's do it. So actually, it looks like we have a fair amount of tonnage left. We could go quite a bit heavier. Now, the Orion does not need direct line of sight to do work, but of course it will benefit from having direct line of sight. I tried to get... We have a +3 accuracy missile TTS, and I tried to get that in there, but the only way to do that was to lose a significant amount of missiles. Or, I mean, not to like lose ammo, but to downgrade one of the pods, which I obviously don't want to do. Or to just, like, completely strip all of the armor, which also sounds like not a great idea. I guess we could use it the way I was using the Centurion, where you just, like, hide it behind rocks a lot. I will say that, like, as far as delivering lots of damage goes, or delivering lots of useful damage, big missile pods are less effective than, like, autocannons and lasers, because it really does help to have all of the damage hit one location. If you drop a missile pod, if you drop an LRM-20 on somebody, you're not really doing that much damage to any specific location until the pilot has called shot mastery, and you can actually get all those missiles into the same spot. So, in that sense, I'm not super crazy about this missile pod idea, but man, the damage is overall quite good. It lets you do the damage from a safe distance. I don't feel like I have a good grasp of how fast this thing is yet, and also, stability. Boy, oh boy, is it a lot of stability damage. We can just keep everything unsteady all the time. We can make sure Decker gets his free shots when he wants them. Torian target is believed to be over here. We're also... It's some kind of reading over there. Up to you if you want to clean up the other units. There's a bonus in it if we do. Also, salvage. That's where we expect the supporting Torian forces to be.
What now?
As always, Decker's in back. Well, we could just run straight through these trees. Yeah, I might want to try to mop up the support forces first, huh? In that case, let's go around the trees. Except Medusa. Medusa can go through the trees, because he's fast.
Roger.
Advancing, I guess.
No problem.
And the Orion can just sit in the trees, because wherever there is cover, that is where he shall be.
On my way.
See, we have a read over here. 60-ton vehicle hiding in the tree line. I guess I'm not actually concerned yet. Let's just move as fast as we can. No need to stop in the trees just yet.
Okay.
Position confirmed.
And we got no direct line of sight here, which is probably fine. Looks like the support force is all vehicles. That's a shame. Is this really going to be one 20-ton mech and then a bunch of garbage we can't salvage?
Orders.
Breaking my heart out here.
Good to go.
Let's start with Decker. Can Decker get... Nope, Decker cannot get vision of anything ever. Ain't that always the way? Also, I'm a little concerned about all these vehicles being on 1. That's an 80-ton, that's a 60.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, yeah, I'm nervous.
Moving to
I'm gonna have Decker move forward and get us a sensor lock on that 80-ton. If that thing's a demolisher, I want to know that right now. Another 60 in the distance.
I've got a sensor lock.
It is, in fact, a demolisher. Well, Sumo just got his target.
Commander.
I forget 100% of the time. Left side toward the enemies. I think part of the problem is that in the other mech, I was, the empty side was the other one, right? Okay, we could call the shot here. Let's try to focus the damage a little bit. How much do I have to get through? At least 100 and... Wow, almost 140. Yeah, side armor should be a kill.
Got it.
So we should get our investment back here. Oh, a lot of hits to the turret. Actually, almost none of that hit the place where I wanted it to go, despite the fact that I was told that I had a 65% chance on that. Well, that's a shame. Like I said, I was hoping to get my morale back from that. Alright, and his precision strikes are garbage, so it's probably not even worth doing. Let's just rain down destruction. What are we doing here? 80, 80, 60? Yeah, even spread relatively evenly. That'll still open up a nice hole.
Alright, I'll give him the whole 9 yards.
I kind of love Sumo's voice, though. Yep, okay, pretty soft. Oh, good, and this thing gets to take its turn before we're in optimal AC-20 range. Well, it's probably dead on Decker's turn. So... Is there any way I can get a direct shot on that other one? No, there is not. Rocky terrain is actually kind of inconvenient. Well, I want to get into the trees, so I guess we're jumping.
I'll try.
Plus, it's a polar biome. The Highlander can jump around all at once. So yeah, I think I am gonna fire at this one. Right, the Demolisher... Yeah, the Demolisher will definitely go down to Decker. It's kind of remarkable how little damage we've done to the side armor of this thing. Yeah, stuff like that is what I was trying to prevent from occurring. Now he's been PPC'd, so his aim's all screwy. And it's only a one difficulty class difference, but that is 5%. He's not going to try to run, is he? I think I can move up, just show him my right side and not have to spend vigilance. My concern is that we definitely need to have the resources for the called shot to make absolutely certain the Demolisher goes down. Right, because if I just fire blind now, there's a chance that like I hit the turret with my autocannon and then don't hit it ever again. I want to make certain this thing goes down. I am not getting sheared in half by a damn Demolisher.
All weapons are go.
He hit the wrong location. Okay. Man, our called shots aren't working at all on these vehicles. It turned out not to matter there because so many shots went to the wrong area that we just destroyed that area instead. But that's really not how you want this to work. Oh, hey, another mech. So, we have 4 supporting Taurian forces, right? 1 kill puts us 25% the way done. And we have the Taurian leader. Who the heck is this guy? That's just an extra unit who, as far as I can tell, is not part of the mission. Okay, well, I think we're gonna have to do vigilance here. And it's my left arm that's empty. Yeah, I'll put myself in a position where I have obstructed view from that guy. Hopefully that'll keep me a little safer. But we gotta be able to get this shot, which means I gotta use vigilance, because I cannot be standing out here in the open like this. That thing is just a locust. Alright, so all we do here is just let him have it. I mean, there's a really good chance of a kill.
This should be good.
That side armor is not strong enough to withstand this number of missiles.
Give them everything you've got.
Also, I guess front armor. Whatever.
Destroyed.
So yeah, I don't know, like, one of these... I don't know which one of these mechs is the Taurian leader, but the other one is just like a tourist who's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Weird. It's a weird situation. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get a direct shot on that. Oh, that's fine. I can probably just stay here, right? I could move up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, he's within optimal range if I move forward this far.
Location confirmed.
And I'm still in cover. Not that I need to be. It is worth noting that the Orion has actually relatively little front armor compared to other things of its size, right? Like the Awesome that we're replacing it with has actually 600 more armor than that. That's an SRM carrier. Boy, that thing has to die. I think we're probably going to get it. We still have Buckshot's turn after this, so yeah, I don't think I need to spend anything here. That was some very evenly spread damage. Yeah, those super SRM carriers are terrifying. That might be what this thing is. It might be sneaking up on us. I do not like that. Let's get into cover here.
Yeah, here we go.
Try to make sure that if this thing gets close enough, I still have my side armor on it, not my back armor. Do I even want to shoot at you? Probably. Let's go ahead and shoot the Gauss rifle. It's kind of a coin flip on whether we get to breach armor or not. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty okay shot. Gauss rifle's a fine weapon. maybe the vigilance wasn't totally warranted. I was a little worried that we weren't going to get as many kills as we got there.
For orders.
Oh, I can't quite make it to the woods, huh? Kind of want to jump clean over. Get vision of this thing for everybody. It's my left side that's empty. There we go. I can probably afford to pretty much show my back to that locust, because I don't think it's going to survive the turn anyway.
Roger.
Decker's got to shoot at something. He has no indirect fire weaponry, so... This is a dragon, just like a totally normal dragon. Well, it's not a very interesting target.
Let her rip.
Primary target is taking damage.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, Decker's not going to be able to catch up to that thing to shoot it anyway, so he may as well just try to take down the locust. It did not move very far before firing, and it's just standing in the open. I think we can afford to call shot here and still be inspired after the kill, which I'm assuming will occur because, you know, it's Decker shooting at a locust.
Affirmative.
He actually hit the right torso there, but it did so much damage that it completely obliterated the middle part of the mech. And when I say middle, I mean like vertically. Yeah, it got us back to 60%. Listen, don't take it too hard. Better pilots than you have tried to kill Medusa with absolutely every weapon you can imagine, and it just never seems to take. I'm kind of baffled by it myself, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Consider it done.
The man simply cannot die, I said, tempting the gods of fate. Okay, we should probably call center. I mean, what are my odds of the center call? Pretty bad. A third of our missiles hitting is not going to be lethal. Yeah, I'll just leave I'll leave everybody the inspiration buff. Let's just do a normal shot.
You're gonna like it.
Sumo, are you in the space mob? Because you got to tell me if you're in the space mob. Alright, we completely broke his LRM-10. That is a big benefit of the multiple missile pods, is that you have a lot of chances to deal critical damage to components. We got multiple hits on the LRM-10 specifically there. But now is somebody needs to actually get vision on this thing. No, we're going to be inside optimal range for her weapons no matter what if we get a direct shot. And I do think we need to get a direct shot. Yep, it is one of those fancy SRM carriers. You know what? We're inside optimal range, but she's such a good shot it doesn't even really matter. Okay.
Okay.
That was maybe overkill. That was maybe more than we needed.
The target is retreating, Commander. Eliminate it before it escapes.
Okay. So they can try to run. I don't think that's going to work, personally. Also, it's retreating the wrong direction. It's retreating toward me. That's actually not what retreating is. Oh man, it ran right up to cover, but didn't actually get in cover. There are almost no words for what a bad move this was. Well, do the thing. You know what to do. Wow, that was a lot of damage. That was just way more damage than we needed.
Salvage that.
Have you left any of it in one piece?
Mission.
Okay, that mission felt a little bit easier than Three Skulls. I guess, you know what, probably the presence of a Demolisher just bumps the difficulty up by half a skull, because boy, if you get surprised by one of those things... I wonder what it's like to get surprised by the first one of those you meet. Like, we got kind of lucky in that our first Demolisher showed up on kind of a special mission, and so we were able to see it coming. But if the first demolisher you meet is just some random mission, and you've not had to take vehicles terribly seriously up to that point, I can see that being a real kick in the head. Oh, we're definitely taking this. And then honestly, I'm thinking about this other SRM-6 because we did not really get good salvage here. I guess if we put together another dragon, it would sell. Yeah, there's not really anything else of value here. I'm just gonna take the other SRM pod. Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way I need more SRM pods. The +4 damage ones are a special case, because those are incredible. I got it anyway, whatever. Yeah, that was a bust kind of all the way around. That was almost not worth our time. Well, let's step up to a mission that's maybe harder than we can deal with then. I gotta say, the difficulty rating of a mission doesn't correspond very well to the actual difficulty of it, because, you know, actual difficulty is a pretty abstract concept, and I get that they have no way of measuring that. But, like, even so, it does seem a little out of whack, right? Alright, you. Alright, little loading circle. Be a pal. Be a friend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't want to do this. Also, I'm kind of curious what a 5-skull mission looks like. Max salvage 522. Man. We need to make a deniable strike on a Taurian convoy. Intel shows the convoy has a shipment of weapons, including at least one intact Star League-era weapons system. That level of technology could shift the balance of power in McLeod's land. Something compelling leadership isn't willing to tolerate. Boy. That, I would like to steal that. Can we do a heist? Can we use this mission briefing as intel and go on a little heist? Well, alright, we're being offered a heist. I guess let's take it. A team of Davian agents has obtained the schedule and manifest of a pirate convoy. This convoy's cargo is extremely valuable technological components. I love those. We want you to steal them for us. Stage an ambush, destroy the vehicles, we'll send in a recovery team. There's a bonus if you secure the area and blow up all the things. Hey, I'm real good at that. Yeah, we'll probably just go to salvage again. Maybe we'll get lucky this time, and the 2 salvage we take will actually be valuable in some way. And I think we're cool to just run the same team. After this mission, we'll check and see if the store and hiring hall have changed at all. It seems to me, based on our many trips so far, that stuff doesn't change while you're sitting at a system. I bet if we rolled the clock forward for long enough, that would not be the case. But as it is, for these quick hops, it doesn't seem like beating missions gives you any shop refresh. So at 3.5 skulls, we might see something legitimately cool. I wouldn't expect like the enemy lance to be super tough, but they might have a heavy mech, maybe. Well, the mission that we lost Reaper on was a 3.5 though, wasn't it? I think so. Maybe it was a 4. See, Darius is saying if the cargo is valuable enough to pay us to steal it, it's going to be extremely well defended. Let's hope so. Let's hope they can put up a little bit. And then, if we don't get anything cool here, we just have to go fishing for more Star League worlds.
Command interface
So this fishing for gear on Star League worlds is clearly something you're supposed to start doing earlier. Move up, blow things up, yeah. You got it. Kill all the things. Something about this feels familiar. It's almost like I've done this many times before. Let's try to intercept these things from the front, right? We want to be in between them and their exit. I'm actually going to even run Medusa further forward than that.
Copy.
No problem.
Let me see, what's their land route going to be? They're not going to come straight across here because of this big rock. Maybe they come down this way and... The area we're told that they're supposed to be starting in doesn't have a road. The intel could be bad, maybe?
I'm here.
Receiving you. On my way.
Let's wait until he actually gets in position before we do anything here. No readings yet, huh? That does make me a little nervous that we're not going to the right place.
Piece of cake.
Advancing, I guess.
Because he almost has visual on the place where the convoy was supposed to be. I was definitely expecting a server ping by now. Or a sensor ping, rather, by now.
Standing by. Heading out.
You all starting to get the feeling that maybe we haven't been told what's actually going on here? I'll try to keep
Good to go.
Medusa out to the side a little bit here. Sumo probably shouldn't be leading the way toward the actual mark.
Affirmative.
Well, I see where they're going. We'll know if they get close to it. Guess we're going to park our Thunderbolt in the crossroads and figure that they have to go through that at some point.
Commander.
Boy, I sure am just going to run straight out into the open here, huh? Let's stay a little bit closer to this rock. It can maybe
Affirmative.
defend us from one side at least.
I've got eyes on the target.
Something? Okay, here we go. Here we go. That looks like a convoy.
Move order received.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, Medusa's a little bit out of position, but his mech's fast enough. He'll be able to fire in a couple of turns.
Yes, Commander.
Decker cannot get close enough,
Ready for
so
orders.
let's just reserve everybody then. I'll reserve everybody to 1, and then we'll have Decker move last, in the hopes of getting those tanks to move forward before his turn.
Orders.
Like, we can definitely just have Medusa sprint. There's no way he's going to actually make combat this turn.
On my way. Double time.
And now one of them is forced to move. I assume that these two are not the whole of the convoy, so there are probably some other units over there that get to have turns in between, but I think we should be able to delay enough to force them both forward.
Hey,
Ready for orders.
That might have been enough, though. Yeah, we can get one shot here. And that is the 80-ton. Alright. Let's run up. We're going to do Vigilance and probably Aim Shot right after that. Okay. All of a sudden, it's all of the everything. And that's a Demolisher, so yeah. I guess I didn't need to do Vigilance, did I? Yeah, that was actually just like a waste of morale because he's going to get his turn. And yeah, that was stupid. I should have Vigilanced on Decker's next turn. Well, he's just going to have to make the morale back. So I'm not going to aim this shot because there's actually a pretty good chance that we just get it. And if we don't get it, he gets to fire again right after this.
Copy that.
We will have an opportunity for cleanup. Okay, I guess actually that's right. They still have stuff going, so him being vigilant does have some effect.
I'm here.
Something I can do.
Boy, I can't get... Oh, that's right. He's in the Orion.
Hey.
Sorry, I want her to go first. Okay, I can get an obstructed shot. We can at least fire the Gauss cannon at one of these things. Do I want to fire just The LRM-20. I'm on the correct side of this. I think we're in the... Nope, we're counted as being in the front firing arc. Never mind. I could call the shot, but her gunnery skill, or her tactics, is still low enough. The called shot mastery is not great. So I think we'll just multi-target. This thing is still more important, and then we can get a cover ignoring Gauss rifle shot on the other thing.
Splitting fire.
Alright, I was kind of hoping we would just get lucky there. Seems like I maybe missed the Manticore altogether. Maybe shot that mountain that was right next to me. Alright, second Manticore. He still would probably have been fine without
Damage
vigilance.
is minor, Commander. Waiting for orders. Moving to position.
Wait, did I manage to find one space? Yeah, I sure did. Somehow, there is a space there that is not in cover. That's not great. Well, the Orion moves on too, so he'll get to move before all the tanks will anyway. Can probably get him to a cover position. And there is a 75-ton mech over there. We might get something useful out of this after all. I'm going to try again to finish this thing off before Decker's turn so that he can blow up something else.
You're fired.
Sumo, did you just say you're fired to that tank before shooting your missiles at it?
Scratch another target.
Because, like, I know we're all out here trying to kill each other, but we have to have some kind of standards as a society. I'm sure the Hague Convention or something specifically contravenes the thing you just did. Yeah, like, he's taking a lot of shots, but honestly, with as little damage as they're doing, he probably would have been fine. So what do I want to reserve until 2, maybe? Because I would love it if these mechs would come forward before I move forward. I think I'm gonna, for now, I'm just gonna reserve. That thing is actually fleeing. Alright, so that was an AC-10 I just got hit with there. It did 30 damage to the guarded. So whatever that is, it's got some reasonably heavy armaments. It's like Medusa's still not going to be able to get in range. We can run up to, like, here and then jump over. That might be good enough.
Affirmative.
He's really, really outside of the combat here. Fortunately, for the moment, it's looking like that's not that big of a deal. Okay, quick draw.
What's up, boss?
Thing's relatively dangerous. So a trio of Manticores, PPCs and SRM. I think that we go for the Manticores rather than the quick draw. And I'm a little worried that I'm not going to get to do any called shots here with him. We can run forward, we can pop Vigilance again, go ahead and take a called shot because his called shots are probably lethal, meaning that we probably make it back over the inspiration threshold. Since we're at full right now, I would love it if I could actually get to cover. So let's move to this side of the road. Okay, we have obstructed vision, but Decker's a good enough shot now, and we're close enough that it's still going to be super, super high hit chances. You're a brave man, Decker. We've lost pilots for so much less. And I'm going to go ahead and precision strike because it would be really cool if we could actually hit multiple weapons to the same location here.
Got it.
Did he seriously miss with the AC-20? He did. He hit the turret instead of the front armor.
Sensor showing a new hot.
Oh, there's another mech over there. That's good information. Yeah, he hit the damn turret. Man.
Yeah.
That front armor shot would have been really nice. Am I in the front firing arc on that thing? I am, okay. We have the shot direct. Please get this done. Yeah, and he has bulwark, okay. Come on. You see that break? No, it's just too much armor. That really sucks. That the AC-20 managed to miss the 91% chance to hit the front armor. Really, really bad.
What now?
Alright, so it no longer makes much sense for her to try to focus on this. Oh, I should probably be trying to move to a cover... Wow, none of these locations... This one's exactly as much in the trees as this one is. But that one is not cover. Alright, well... Jump forward into cover and we'll see... See if I can kill this one maybe? The one I have the direct shot on? Nope, because I have bad range on it. Shoot. Okay, yeah, so I'm not killing anything no matter how I do this. Well, that's not super great for old Decker there. He has vigilance up, I guess.
Oh, well, that's harder.
Alright, well that was nice. It would have been nicer to get that done, of course, before it had hit us, but take what you can get, I guess. Pretty good damage to the front armor. We might be able to finish this thing off with Medusa. Yeah, some of that armor's starting to get fairly thin. I definitely thought we were going to take 2 fewer attacks than I actually took here, both because I thought that one Manticore was dead, and I didn't think there was another mech over there.
Reporting heavy damage.
So we might have to do something about the Thunderbolt. We might do something, I mean run. We might have to make the Thunderbolt run. Once again, let's take advantage of the vigilance for a little while longer while we still have it. Oh hey, it's an Orion. Well, that's a shame. It's like, what is one of the only large mechs where another part of it will not actually be helpful to me?
Reporting internal damage.
That said, if I ended up with 2 fully functional Orions, I wouldn't be upset about it. I just don't think that's that likely to happen. Okay, so we can jump to... We can get to lots of places where I can shoot. I just can't get to a place where I can shoot and also I have cover. Yeah, the only spot over here that isn't in cover is also the only spot that has a shot. Well, there's a lot of things about this that aren't going that well. You know what? I'm going to use... This is maybe really stupid, but I'm going to use Medusa in the open to draw fire away from the Thunderbolt a little bit. So it is my left arm right here. Okay. Is this the damaged one? No, it's the super close one. Okay. Still shooting in the front arc. Honestly, there's a pretty good chance I get this.
Here it comes.
It's no longer in cover. We have a lot of missiles incoming. 25. Okay.
Losing lots of armor.
You certainly are. The thing is, we have one more mech moving on 2. If I run into the forest... Yeah, like, I just can't afford to lose vigilance. Or guarded, rather. Even just going back to only having cover would be really dangerous. Let's make this thing shoot before I take my turn.
I can't take much more of this.
Yeah, we're gonna get you out of there.
Orders?
Somehow. I don't really have a plan. Just trust that we are somehow going to get you out of there. Alright, well the good news is I can probably kill this thing.
Firing a full spout.
Well, one more, there it is. Alright.
Let's go.
I could have divided that up, but I wanted to be absolutely certain that tank was dead before Decker's turn. So now, Decker has a pretty good shot of being able to run into the woods and take out this other tank. I can get up to 2 evasive charges, and I need to try to show them my left arm. You know, it has the AC-20 in it, but it's no longer a special AC-20, so I don't feel as bad. I guess, can I... I cannot step on the thing from within cover. Never mind. This makes me very nervous. I guess I do have the morale to vigilance. Also, I'm gonna go right now, and then I'm gonna go again before. Well, I'm gonna go before some of these guys. One of the 3s might get to go before I do. I need to be turned exactly enough to get this shot.
Moving to position.
I'm going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. The AC-20 is going to hit a good body part. I am not... Should I vigilance? If I vigilance now, I guarantee that I go before the other mechs, but I can't guarantee that my action will be any good because I won't be able to make a called shot or anything. I think I have to endure one shot with me just having cover, instead of having guard.
The heat is frying my internals.
You're fine, you big baby. Okay.
I'm here.
So yeah, it seems like every time we fire his weapons without calling the shot, the AC-20 goes to a different location than all of the other weapons do. It is a real shame. So she'd be shooting at this thing from the front arc, which means she probably wouldn't need too much to kill it. It would be more than one of the SRMs, so I should probably... We're going to do this. We're going to shoot some of the weapons at you, and some of the weapons at you. I think the tank is getting 1 laser and the SRM pod, and everything else is going to this Orion. It's not totally ideal, because the Orion will be a little bit harder to take down than the other mechs, but also, it is more dangerous.
Engaging multiple enemies.
Get your lance to the LZ commander. I'm coming in hot.
Okay, so we could just bounce. That's definitely worth considering. Do I get to go first? I do not. Okay, that's good though. They're splitting their attacks up.
Damage looks light, Commander.
It's a shame that that's the one who went first though, because that's the one we were most likely to be able to put down on the ground. I guess this thing actually is not super well maintained. So we could move... Yeah, we can move a little bit to try to generate some more evasion charges, like to here. And then called shot the leg of the quick draw. We'll almost certainly be able to take it down, and then Medusa can move in closer and maybe take the other leg off. We can just be rid of the thing. Oh, I should probably not shut my mech down.
Firing on target.
There we go. That's what you're looking for. I hope I never have to make an attack with Decker without called shot up again.
I'm taking heat damage.
Okay, can I get to... I can get to a location where I can be in cover. If I jump... No, there's no... Okay. There's no way to be in cover and get an unobstructed shot. The Orion is actually doing a great job of accidentally shielding that thing from my view. How bad is the shot? I am outside of optimal weapons range here. Okay, that's pretty good. It's my left side. There we go. I remembered that time.
On it.
Not with enough confidence to not have to look, but I remembered. Unfortunately, we are not on the correct side to call shot to the leg. But it has so little leg armor, this still might be good enough. Oh no, well, it was close. Also, Medusa is a total goober. Alright, well, their Thunderbolt going before Sumo does means that there's really no reason for Sumo to do anything other than try to finish this guy off.
They've blown past my armor.
They sure have. Decker has definitely seen better days.
Orders?
15% of the shots going to this leg. I need a lot of hits here. Alright, can we get direct vision? Actually, no. He's the only one of whom I cannot get direct vision no matter what I do. Okay, well, let's try to move forward, make the Orion visible to people a little bit.
Heading out.
Give them the opportunity to make the wrong tactical move here. Alright, fingers crossed. This is totally possible. It's not super likely, but totally possible that this works.
I'm gonna give them the big bubble.
Did he say he was going to give them the blue balloon? What is that?
Everything you got.
What does that mean? What are you talking about, man? Sumo, what are you talking about?
Hey,
Can anybody understand anything that comes out of this dude's mouth? Alright, well, we gotta put the Orion on the ground, right? Thunderbolt is relatively dangerous. It's actually a pretty scary Thunderbolt. This thing also is scary, though. Alright, I'm just gonna move right in front of him. The Highlander's tough. It'll be fine.
moving to position.
I'm going to do enough damage to the Orion to put it on the ground. I'm going to focus the rest of the fire on the Thunderbolt, which means probably the Orion gets, like, just the SRM pod. Yeah, that should easily be enough.
Say so.
It was not. And so the Orion's going to get a turn, man. Okay, well, at least it's shooting at the wrong target. And with only one weapon. It must be having heat issues.
What do you need?
It doesn't look like it's having heat issues. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. It's just playing poorly for no reason, I guess. Okay, so we'll dump into the Thunderbolt, and then, I guess I have called shots. So we can just kill the Thunderbolt then.
Moving out.
That shouldn't be a problem at all. And then our Thunderbolt can take the Orion down to the ground and we can finish it from there.
I copy.
Okay, that got a little hairy, but I think we're on the other side of it.
One less target.
And if we do in fact take the Orion down to the ground here the way I'm planning to, we are going to end up with 2 pieces of salvage on a new Orion. Maybe we do just end up with 2 of these things.
Heading out.
That wouldn't be bad. Alright, let's take its leg.
On it. Damn. Let's do this.
Medusa's getting excited and interjecting on everyone's actions now.
This heat is cooking my internal structure.
I wanna... So I took off that leg. I think from here... Yeah, from either of these locations, I should have direct fire to the good leg. Yeah, I mean, Suma just has no... He has no aim. No aim at all.
I bet you're gonna like it.
That's okay, we got a lot of time to figure this out.
Nice.
That pilot's probably pretty messed up at this point.
No.
Can I get unobstructed fire in optimal range? It looks like the answer to that is no. What about here? Okay, that's not bad. I'll take that.
All right.
Man, the amount of mobility you get out of having good heat sinking and also a lot of jump jets is really, really excellent. Okay, we could easily kill this thing to the center. I'm hoping that that is not what's going to happen. If I fire all these weapons, that probably is what's going to happen, huh? But I don't want to... yeah, I don't want to go with anything less than full, because with 15% accuracy to the leg, we can't guarantee that the leg will go down. Even with all of these weapons, we really are not that likely to get it. Yeah, I destroyed the center torso too. Alright, that's fine.
Destroyed.
Also, we did like 8 damage to that pilot.
Mission.
Okay, so we get one piece of Orion salvage. If we are careful, the next time we see one, maybe we can complete a second Orion. And honestly, like, if you're going to have multiples of a heavy mech, an Orion seems like a pretty good one to do it with, because the Orion seems extremely versatile. Like, it can mount every kind of weapon and has a ton of weight to work with. Also, this is a lot of good XP for our less advanced pilots. Okay, plus 2 stability damage LRM-15s. That's interesting. We could take like Thunderbolt salvage and try to maybe sell a Thunderbolt. Bunch of uninteresting lasers. One of those really nice cockpit mods. What is the meaning of hit defense? Plus 2 hit defense. Boy, somebody's going to tell me what this does in the comments, and I'm going to go, oh, obviously, but I really have no idea what it's trying to tell me here. Should I take this just in case it's really good? It does have, you know, it's a 0-ton thing. It has a monetary value of all of the dollars. Man, that's a high value part. Plus 2, okay. Does it make it easier to dodge melee attacks, maybe? Is that what that is? That would seem to me to be very bad. I'm gonna take this. I don't know what it is. Let's take it, and if it turns out to be awesome, we'll be glad we had it. We also got a bunch of garbage. Okay. Well, a piece of an Orion. You know, it's something. As we are now as close to building a second Orion as we are to building several of the other heavy mechs that we were looking at, that's not a terrible place to be in. Still would, you know, have very much preferred that that thing be a Battle Master or a Black Knight or a Zeus or something. Probably not as much as Zeus. I'm just guessing from the name that the Zeus is probably an energy weapon platform, which we don't really need. Darius, don't tell me how to do my job. I don't come to the bridge and knock the corn dog out of your hand. What is Darius's job on the ship again? Yeah, okay. Nothing new, and yeah, nothing new. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. Well, let's do a small amount of structural repair to that Thunderbolt, and then just get right back out into space looking for more stuff. I wish we could find a former Star League world that had a listed challenge that was just a little bit higher, like a 3.5 or a 4 would be ideal, I think. Oh, sorry, I did not mean to talk to you, although I guess there's dialogue worth having at this point. A lot of events have occurred since we last talked to everybody. Let's just have a quick look around, see if we can pick out a new target before the end of the episode here. Former Star League presence, inner sphere level civilization, rich, manufacturing, 3.5. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. 12 days. You know what? We're doing it. Let's just go now. We'll get there. We'll look around, and then we'll end the episode. Maybe we can salvage today, which has not felt like a great use of our time, by finding something really cool right before the end here. In the daily briefing, Samiri brings up an open hail from a nearby ship. They say their crew has contracted a virulent case of the periphery pox. Well, it turns out I do not have any pox antivirals. One of the very, very few medical upgrades, or one of the very, very few upgrades that we have not taken is probably what gives us this. Let's give them some medical supplies. We should not condemn people to die of illness. We're flush with cash. We don't need to try to extort them. Yep, okay, we did the right thing. We gained a reputation point at the cost of a medical point, which is gaining a thing for free, so good on us. Also, we didn't do it for the material rewards, but also, I do appreciate material rewards. Trying to keep a lot of people fed over here. We gotta think about it at least a little bit. Alright, everybody, think really hard about the coolest piece of Star League era tech that we could find. Whatever you would most like for us to find when we get to this planet, just think about it really, really hard. Cross your fingers. So, like, put your back into it. I know what I'm looking for. Big-ass Gauss rifle. That's what we're gonna get. Here it is. And I'm about to click on this button. 10 Gauss rifles. Boy, this is not a thing that I care about right now. Visit store. Do it. Come on. Something cool. Oh my god, the suspense. I clicked the button. Okay, here we go. This, Griffin Hunchback Urban Mech. What is an Urban Mech? It's a 30-ton, so I guess I don't care, but we've not seen one of these at all. It just has an AC-10 and a small laser on it. You know what, I guess for, if you were to get a hold of a thing that was a good AC-10 carrier when you're actually using 30-ton mechs, that would be pretty great. Ability damage, plus damage LRM 15 is actually kind of interesting. Yeah, looks like we didn't really get anything special here. Ah, well. Are the contracts here worth doing? There's probably something here. World difficulty is 3.5, so we might see something a little tougher. I would take a 4. I'd be pretty happy about a 4. 4.5 might be pushing it, though. Oof. And this 3.5 pays nothing. Alright, well, I guess we'll think about all of it. We should check the hiring hall, too, before we stop. Nobody particularly great. This guy's name is Hellbender. Oh wait, this is something. This is a Kickstarter backer. Those stats are a little bit low for my taste. Listen, we don't have forever to train somebody up. We gotta pick up somebody who has some stat points already. This guy was a trader, a mercenary corporal, a pirate pilot, so he's got some experience on him. I mean, 4653 is not a bad spot. I don't know. We'll consider picking this guy up because, like, we really do have to get somebody fairly soon. We don't have forever to train someone. Anyway, that is going to be it for us for today. Disappointing. A disappointing one. But we're going to find some stuff. We just got to have patience. Come back next time to see if that's the time that our patience is rewarded. It's probably next time. Everything's going to be fine. And we'll see you then.